Hey all, so I'm going to go over real quick yesterday's assignment just because I know there was a lot of confusion on how to do all of these problems. So this is just a mix of all of the type of factoring. So it's not just one type, it's multiple types. So the first example was factor by grouping. So you guys can see here that I grouped the first two, grouped the second two. I factored out an x squared, factored out the negative 25. Beautiful. Here, this was a difference of squares. That's when you have the a squared minus b squared, and you'll have that not a squared, the a minus b, and then the a plus b. And that's where you'll get this here, a plus 5, a minus 5. Okay. Then over here, a lot of confusion with B and D. These two, the only way to factor it and the only way that I have taught you how to factor was by either long division or synthetic division. So to be able to do this, you would have had to graph it on your graphing calculator. Now, if you don't have your graphing calculator available, you have Desmos. So you could have used Google and Desmos graph it, and you would have gotten one of the solutions to be x equals 1/2. Now, fractions aren't the prettiest, but it's possible. So you set it up, you take the coefficients, you put it in your synthetic division. When you go ahead and do synthetic division, you get your constant. Oh, I totally flip-flopped that when I wrote that. Oops. You get your remainder, your constant. And then so your constant, your x squared, so you write those here. You go ahead and factor them. When you factor them, that's great. You have those written, but you can't forget about your last one. Here, this was also a 0, so I went ahead and I did this work here. I multiplied both sides by 2. Oops. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. I multiplied both sides by 2, and then I subtracted 1 over to get that final term over to the other side, and there's your answer. Okay, so then you would have just had to do synthetic division there. Okay, and again for B, this one is also synthetic division. Yes, you could have graphed it and you would have found all of the solutions to be x equals -3, -2, and a +4. So you really could have just did that. I mean, that is a very valid thing to do if you said, I graphed it and I saw that these were all of the zeros. But synthetic division, that's how you would have done it. So you can pause this video to look at the steps a little further. The next one here, whenever you have the x to the 6th and x to the 3rd, something like that, it's really just regular factoring. This x to the 6th and x third just looks scary. When we have a regular factoring, it's x squared plus x and then plus, let's say, 2. Okay. Actually, let's just do 1. So here you normally would have x plus 1, and then here an x plus 1, and let's put a 2 there. Okay, we've also had it where it's an x to the 4th plus x squared plus 1. Okay, so something like that. It's the same exact thing, so just be careful that you're just separating this. You put your x cubed, factor it normal. And then from here, you have a lovely sum and difference of cubes. Okay, the last one over here, it's another lovely sum of cubes. This one here, if it's a little confusing for you, just go ahead and just take the cube root. If it's easier for you, cube root both of these. Cube root both of these. So then you'll know that your A, when you cube root that, you'll get 4x. Your B will be here. It'll be a 3y. So then all you do is just plug it in wherever you see a B. Okay? You'll plug in the 4x wherever you see an A. All right, so I'm going to post this video here and you have the document. So if you guys have questions, please reach out and ask. All right, have a good one.